Hey, what's up? I'm Fanboy Philly, and this is Fanboy Philly Reviews. And again, I'm looking at a film that was directed by a viewer from last week. Ready Player One, directed by Steven Spielberg and starring Tye Sheridan, Olivia Cook, Ben Mendelsohn, Simon Pegg, and Mark Rylance. I saw this for the first time when it came out in the theater with my wife and two sons. I knew nothing about it, but my kids really wanted to see it. So it's been a while since I've watched it. And I was glad to go back and watch it again for the show. So thank you, Alex Yun, for the suggestion. Ready Player One came out in 2018, and it's set in 2045 after many events happened, including the corn syrup drought and the creation of the virtual reality phenomenon called the Oasis, an all-encompassing program that everyone got in on. This we find out through the narration of our main character, Wade Watts, who enters the Oasis daily as Parzival. And the Oasis was created by James Halliday in 2025, and it became a virtual reality world you can go anywhere, do anything, be anything. The plot of this story is that when Halliday dies in 2040, he announces a contest in the Oasis with 3 keys leading to a golden Easter egg, and the winner gets his fortune, his shares in gregarious games, as well as outright ownership of the Oasis. And the game is on, and everyone begins the quest for the keys. People form clans and work together in their pursuit of keys. Parzival is played by Tye Sheridan, and he's a poor kid from the stacks, which is a vertical trailer park where trailers are put one on top of the other, kind of in a scaffold formation. And he's obsessed with Halliday and the contest and has researched everything about Halliday. His best friend in the Oasis is H, a large guy who not only is Wade's best friend, but he's also Wade's protector. H is played by Lena White, because in the real world, H is named Helen. And H is a technical genius, as he can fix anything in the matter of minutes. The main antagonist in the story is the IOI, a tech company headed by Sorrento, a profit-hungry businessman who wants control of the Oasis, thus the virtual world. The actual virtual world. The IOI is basically an army known as the Sixers that works together to beat anyone else and holds control of what is called loyalty centers, where people have to work off their debt. Sorrento is played by Ben Mendelsohn, who we know from Captain Marvel, Robin Hood, and Rogue One Star Wars story, and he plays an awesome villain. Parzival and H meet Artemis, the Sixer Fixer, who becomes their ally in the search. Artemis's father died while working in the loyalty center, and she holds IOI personally responsible. Artemis is played by Olivia Cook from the House of Dragons. Sorrento is aided in his search inside the Oasis by Irock, a Skeletor-looking kind of avatar who is good at tracking people down as well as finding relics. Irock is played by T.J. Miller, who we know from the Deadpool movies. And when Parzival goes to the Halliday Journals, he is aided by the Curator, played by character actor Simon Pegg. The Curator is caretaker of the personal archives of James Halliday. Halliday himself is played by another character actor, Mark Rylance. This movie is absolutely loaded with tons of Easter eggs and pop culture references, from the DeLorean time machine, King Kong, the Bigfoot monster truck, the 66 Batmobile, Mechagodzilla, as well as the fictionals of Mecha's Cube based on the Rubik's Cube. There is so much action in this movie, from the races and huge battle scenes that are reminiscent of so many epic movies. The story is ultimately an amalgamation of so many movies. It's got elements from The Matrix, Fast and the Furious, a little bit of Star Wars, Pixels, and Willy Wonka, just to name a few. It definitely keeps your attention, and there is so many little things in this movie that will allow you to watch it over and over and catch something different every single time. So it's basically a search for Easter eggs inside of a story with a search for Easter eggs. I really like this movie, as I grew up in the era that most of these Easter eggs come from, and it feeds my love for 80s and 90s nostalgia. So if you haven't seen it yet, please give it a chance. You'll love it, unless you like Sorrento and you don't care for the contest or nostalgia. But even then, this is a good story. As of the time of me doing this review, it is 2024. 1 year away from when the Oasis was created in the film. The technology that we have today is not so far away from where they were at. And as I read this morning in an article, Warner Brothers Discovery has just signed a deal with the creators of Ready Player One to create a Readyverse metaverse in which they will create stories centered around the Oasis and will explore new technology to tell their stories in different ways. Will we actually see the days of the real Oasis? Time will tell. Thanks for joining me, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the show, hit that like button, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so you'll know when the next review is posted. And if you have a suggestion for a film for me to review, leave it in the comments and I'll add it to my list, as I want to know what you want to watch. And that's where this review came from. Somebody gave a suggestion last week. And if you've seen the film, let us know that as well in the comments. And as always, take care of yourselves, be good to the ones you love, and I'll catch you later.